Most of you watching this carry debt. Statistics confirm this reality. Research shows Americans averaged over $100,000 in total debt during 2025. Credit card balances alone reached approximately $11,000 per household. You're not unique in facing this challenge. What makes you different? You're still searching for solutions. You haven't surrendered. Today, we'll examine a method tested on thousands of people. Researchers at Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Management studied 6,000 individuals eliminating credit card debt. Their findings revealed something surprising about human behavior and money. The most effective approach wasn't the mathematically optimal one. It was the one people actually completed. Consider how most financial advisors counsel clients about debt. They recommend paying highest interest balances first. This strategy, called the debt avalanche, saves the most money on paper. Mathematical models prove it superior, yet people abandon avalanche plans constantly. Research published in the Journal of Marketing Research documented this pattern clearly. Consumers attacking large, high-interest debts first frequently gave up within months. Progress felt glacially slow. Motivation evaporated. Why does this happen? Because your brain craves tangible wins. Behavioral scientists discovered that people respond more strongly to closing accounts than to saving interest. Northwestern researchers found that eliminating debt accounts, independent of dollar amounts, predicted successful debt elimination better than any other factor. Your psychology matters more than spreadsheets do. Personal finance operates on this principle: 80% behavior, 20% knowledge. You probably already understand compound interest and annual percentage rates. Knowledge isn't your problem. Execution is. Financial educator David Ramsey popularized the debt snowball decades ago. The concept works simply. List debts smallest to largest. Ignore interest rates entirely. Pay minimums on everything except your tiniest debt. Attack that smallest balance with fury. Once eliminated, that payment amount rolls into your next smallest debt. Hence the snowball metaphor. Your payment grows larger with each eliminated balance. Ramsey emphasized quick wins deliberately. He understood that momentum drives completion. When you eliminate a $500 medical bill in 3 months, your brain releases dopamine. That neurochemical response creates motivation for continuing. Research supports this approach strongly. A 2016 study appearing in the Journal of Consumer Research demonstrated that concentrating payments on one account, particularly the smallest, increased motivation significantly. Participants who paid proportionally larger amounts against small balances showed higher completion rates than those spreading payments across multiple debts. Harvard Business Review researchers agreed. Their analysis concluded that debt elimination success depended not on repayment size or interest savings, but on psychological momentum from closing accounts. Multiple studies now confirm what Ramsey argued from experience. Most people need visible progress more than optimal mathematics. The traditional snowball works. Thousands have eliminated debt using it, yet it still requires significant effort. You must track multiple accounts monthly. You calculate extra payments repeatedly. You manually transfer funds between accounts. You remember payment dates constantly. Decision fatigue accumulates quickly. Researchers studying willpower depletion found that financial decisions drain mental energy rapidly. Making dozens of payment decisions monthly exhausts your capacity for discipline. Life interferes predictably. Your furnace breaks. Your transmission fails. Your grandchild needs emergency dental work. When unexpected expenses arise, your carefully planned extra payment disappears. You skip a month. Then, another. Eventually, momentum stops. The traditional snowball demands sustained attention. For people over 50 juggling health appointments, family obligations, and retirement planning, maintaining this focus proves challenging. This brings us to the innovation, the Lazy Snowball. The Lazy Snowball eliminates monthly decision-making almost entirely. You automate the process once, then let systems handle execution. Here's how it operates. You still list debts smallest to largest. You still focus on one debt while paying minimums on others. The difference? You set up automatic payments and automatic transfers that execute without your involvement. Modern banking technology makes this straightforward. Apps like Bright Money, Capital, and Debt Payoff Planner automate debt payments based on your income and spending patterns. These tools analyze your account daily, calculating how much you can afford toward debt without triggering overdrafts. The apps then automatically transfer small amounts, perhaps $10 or $20, from your checking account into a dedicated debt payment account. When sufficient funds accumulate, the system makes an extra payment automatically. You never manually calculate anything. You never remember payment dates. You never transfer money yourself. The system runs continuously without requiring your attention. This approach leverages what behavioral economists call choice architecture. By removing decisions from the process, you eliminate opportunities for failure. You can't forget payments. You can't decide just this month to skip extra payments. The automation simply continues regardless of your attention level. Let me walk you through implementation step by step. First, list every debt you carry excluding your mortgage. Include credit cards, personal loans, auto loans, medical bills, and any other consumer debt. Write the balance for each. Ignore interest rates completely. Arrange this list from smallest balance to largest. If two debts have similar balances, place the higher interest debt first. This becomes your attack sequence. Second, log into your online banking. Most banks now offer automatic payment scheduling. Set up automatic minimum payments for every debt on your list. Schedule these for a few days after your regular income deposits. This ensures sufficient funds when payments execute. Verify these automations carefully. Confirm amounts, dates, and account numbers. One setup error could cause missed payments and late fees. Third, calculate your extra payment capacity. Review your last 3 months of expenses. Identify your average monthly surplus, money remaining after essential expenses, and minimum debt payments. Be conservative here. Life brings unexpected costs. Take half of this surplus amount. This becomes your automated extra payment. If you typically have $200 surplus monthly, automate $100 toward your smallest debt. Why only half? Because aggressive payment schedules frequently fail. Leaving buffer room prevents automation failures when unexpected expenses arise. You can always manually add more payments occasionally. The automation simply ensures consistent minimum progress. Fourth, implement automation tools. Several options exist depending on your preferences. Debt Payoff Planner costs approximately $2 monthly. This app tracks multiple debts, calculates payoff timelines, and sends payment reminders. The paid version supports unlimited debts and provides detailed progress visualizations. You manually make payments, but the app removes calculation burden. Bright Money ranges from $10 to $30 monthly, depending on features selected. This app automatically withdraws funds from your checking account and directs them toward credit card balances. It analyzes your spending patterns and payment history to optimize withdrawal timing. For people uncomfortable with manual tracking, this provides complete automation. Capital charges about $8 monthly. It automates savings through customizable rules, rounding up purchases, setting aside money on paydays, or saving when you skip discretionary spending. You designate these automated savings for debt payments. The app transfers accumulated amounts to creditors automatically. Undept.it offers free basic features with premium options available. This web-based tool supports 8 different repayment strategies, including snowball and avalanche methods. You track debts manually, but the tool removes calculation effort and provides progress visualization. Choose the tool matching your comfort level with technology. If you want minimal involvement, select full automation like Bright Money. If you prefer more control, choose tracking tools like Debt Payoff Planner while still automating basic minimum payments through your bank. Fifth, automate the snowball roll. This step distinguishes the Lazy Snowball from traditional approaches. When your smallest debt reaches zero, most people celebrate briefly, then forget to redirect that payment. The Lazy Snowball prevents this error through pre-planned automation. Before starting, calculate what happens when your first debt disappears. Suppose you're paying $75 minimum on your smallest debt plus $100 extra automated payment. When this debt vanishes, you'll have $175 freed monthly. Contact your second smallest creditor before your first debt closes. Arrange to increase your automatic payment from minimum only to minimum, plus the $175. Set this increase to activate the month after your first debt elimination. Some creditors allow you to schedule future payment increases. Others require you to call when ready. Either way, plan this transition before it arrives. Don't rely on remembering later. Repeat this process for each debt on your list. Pre-plan the payment increases that occur as each balance closes. This ensures the snowball continues growing without requiring monthly attention. Let me show you concrete numbers. Research from 2025 indicated the average household carried approximately $11,000 in credit card debt. We'll use this as our example. Suppose you have 4 debts: medical bill, $800, minimum payment $25 monthly store, credit card, $1,500, minimum payment $50 monthly auto loan, $3,200, minimum payment $200 monthly major credit card, $5,500, minimum payment $150 monthly. Total debt, $11,000. Total minimum payments, $425 monthly. You review your finances and determine you can automate $100 monthly beyond minimums. This becomes your extra payment toward the medical bill. Month 1 through 6, you pay $125 monthly to the medical bill while maintaining minimums on other debts. The medical bill disappears by month 7. Month 7 onward, your automated system now directs $175 monthly to the store credit card, the original $125 from the medical bill, plus the $50 minimum. The store card vanishes by month 15. Month 15 onward, you now have $225 automated monthly toward the auto loan. This balance disappears by month 30. Month 30 onward, you have $425 automated toward the major credit card, your entire original minimum payment amount now concentrated on one debt. This final balance closes by month 43. Total time, approximately 3.5 years to eliminate $11,000 in debt. All accomplished with $100 monthly extra payment and 0 ongoing decision making beyond initial setup. Compare this with making minimum-only payments. Research from various financial institutions indicates minimum-only payoff for $11,000 credit card debt at typical interest rates exceeds 20 years. Interest costs alone would exceed $18,000. The Lazy Snowball saves you 15+ years and thousands in interest through one setup session and modest automated payments. Behavioral scientists have studied debt elimination extensively. Their findings explain why automation succeeds where manual methods fail. Decision fatigue research shows that humans have limited capacity for daily decisions. Every choice, including financial decisions, depletes mental energy. By midday, people make worse decisions than morning. By month end, they make worse financial choices than month beginning. Automation eliminates this depletion. You make quality decisions once during setup when mental energy is high. Execution then proceeds automatically regardless of daily decision fatigue. The fresh start effect, documented in behavioral research, shows people pursue goals more vigorously after temporal landmarks, New Year's, birthdays, first of months. Yet maintaining this motivation through routine middle-of-month periods proves difficult. Automation maintains progress during motivationally weak periods. Research on debt account aversion revealed that people desire reducing outstanding account numbers regardless of balances or interest rates. This explains why closing small accounts provides disproportionate psychological benefit. The Lazy Snowball maximizes this effect by closing accounts systematically without requiring sustained motivation. Studies on willpower show it functions like muscle strength, limited and depletable. Financial advisors traditionally encourage willpower-based debt reduction. They tell you to stay strong and resist temptation. This approach fails predictably because willpower depletes. The lazy snowball bypasses willpower entirely. You don't resist temptation monthly. You automated resistance during setup. Execution proceeds independent of willpower. Northwestern's research on 6,000 debt eliminators confirmed that account closures, not mathematical optimization, predicted success. The lazy snowball systematically closes accounts without requiring attention. You experience the psychological benefits researchers identified without the sustained effort traditional methods demand. People implementing the lazy snowball encounter predictable challenges. Let's address the most common ones. Obstacle 1. Irregular income. If your income fluctuates, perhaps you're self-employed or work seasonal jobs, fixed automated payments seem risky. You fear overdrafts when income drops unexpectedly. Solution: reduce your automated extra payment significantly. If you calculated $100 surplus typically, automate only $25 or $30 extra. This conservative amount protects against income variation while maintaining progress. Additionally, use apps like Bright Money that analyze daily account balances and adjust withdrawals based on available funds. These apps avoid withdrawals when your balance drops below safe levels. Obstacle 2. Unexpected expenses. Your transmission fails. Your roof leaks. Your medication costs increase. Suddenly, you can't afford automated payments that seemed reasonable during setup. Solution: build flexibility into your system. Maintain a small buffer in checking, perhaps an extra $200 to $300 beyond typical minimums. This cushions against minor emergencies. For larger emergencies, most automated systems allow temporary suspension. Log in, pause extra payments for 2 or 3 months, then resume when stable. Your progress slows temporarily but doesn't reverse. Obstacle 3. New debt accumulation. Automation eliminates existing debt systematically. But what prevents new debt from accumulating meanwhile? Without addressing spending habits, you might pay off debts while simultaneously creating new ones. Alternatively, use simpler tools. Epic Diode operates through web browsers without downloading apps. You can use it on computers where interfaces feel more familiar than phone apps. Once your basic Lazy Snowball operates smoothly, consider these enhancements for accelerating progress. Strategy 1. Automate windfalls. People typically receive irregular income, tax refunds, bonuses, inheritance gifts, or rebate checks. Most spend these windfalls on wants rather than needs. Instead, automate windfall allocation toward debt. When your tax refund deposits, immediately transfer 50 or 75% toward your current target debt. Don't wait to decide later. Transfer within hours of receiving the windfall. This prevents lifestyle inflation from consuming unexpected income. For predictable windfalls like annual bonuses, pre-schedule the transfer. Tell your bank. When deposit exceeds a certain amount on specific date, automatically transfer half to debt payment account. This removes decision-making entirely. Strategy 2. Automate raises. When you receive salary increases, inflation typically consumes most of the extra income. Expenses mysteriously expand to match income. Economists call this lifestyle creep. Counter this by automating raise allocation before you receive it. Suppose you're getting a 3% raise equaling $120 monthly. Before the raise takes effect, increase your automated debt payment by $70. You'll still feel $30 improvement in lifestyle while substantially accelerating debt elimination. Your brain never adjusts to having the full raise, so you don't feel deprived. Yet your debt disappears much faster. Strategy 3. Automate found money. Found money refers to small savings from changed habits, switching phone plans, canceling subscriptions, shopping sales, or using coupons. These savings rarely translate into actual financial improvement because they disappear into general spending. Instead, automate found money toward debt. When you cancel a $20 monthly subscription, immediately increase your automated debt payment by $20. When you switch insurance and save $30 monthly, automate that $30 toward debt before you notice having it. Track these automations in a simple list. Over months, you'll discover 10 or 15 small increases accumulating into significant acceleration. Strategy 4. Use debt snowflakes alongside snowballs. Debt snowflakes are tiny one-time payments rather than regular automated amounts. Suppose you skip restaurant lunch and save $12. Transfer that $12 immediately toward debt. You earn overtime unexpectedly? Transfer it immediately. These snowflakes seem insignificant individually, but making 5 or 6 monthly adds up to $60 or $80 extra. Combined with automated snowball payments, progress accelerates noticeably. The key is immediacy. Transfer snowflakes within hours of generating them. Don't let found money sit in checking where it vanishes into general spending. Immediate transfer prevents psychological rebudgeting. The Lazy Snowball's power lies in sustained operation over years. How do you ensure the system continues functioning throughout a multi-year payoff journey? First, defend your automation fiercely. Life brings temptations to pause or reduce debt payments. You see vacation deals. Friends invite you to expensive events. Home improvement projects tempt you. These situations pressure you to redirect automated payments elsewhere. Resist these redirections firmly. Remember that your automation represents past you making decisions for present you. Past you established these payments during a moment of clarity about long-term goals. Present you faces immediate temptations that cloud judgment. Trust past you. When temptation strikes, ask yourself, would I rather have this vacation or be debt-free 8 months sooner? Frame choices explicitly this way. Usually the answer becomes clear. Second, communicate your system to family members. If you're married or partnered, both people must understand and support the automation. One person undermining the system, whether through new credit card charges or demands to pause payments, destroys progress. Have explicit conversations about debt elimination timeline and why automation matters. Show your partner the math demonstrating 3 years of automation beats 20 years of minimum payments. Get agreement up front rather than fighting ongoing battles. Third, protect your automated accounts from unnecessary changes. Banks occasionally update systems or replace debit cards after fraud alerts. These changes can disrupt automated payments. When banking changes occur, immediately verify your automations are still functioning. Log in, check that payments executed as scheduled, confirm no errors appeared. Set calendar reminders for the day after scheduled payments should execute. Glance at accounts quickly to verify funds transferred correctly. This takes 60 seconds, but prevents problems from persisting unnoticed. Fourth, celebrate milestones strategically. Behavioral research shows that celebration reinforces goal pursuit. But celebration can also derail progress if expensive. Balance these factors carefully. When you eliminate each debt, celebrate proportionally. For small debts like a $500 medical bill, celebrate with inexpensive treats, a nice dinner at home, a movie rental, or a small gift to yourself. For larger debts, celebrate slightly more, perhaps dinner at a favorite restaurant or a modest purchase you've wanted. Keep celebrations substantially smaller than the eliminated debt. Don't celebrate paying off $2,000 by spending $500. That defeats your progress. Celebrate paying off $2,000 by spending $30 or $40 enjoying the moment. Fifth, prepare for completion. This seems distant during early stages, but becomes important as final debts approach elimination. What happens when your last debt disappears and your automated payments suddenly free up? Plan this transition before it arrives. Decide now whether freed payments will fund retirement accounts, emergency fund building, or other financial goals. Pre-establish the automation redirect so that when debt elimination completes, those payments flow automatically toward your next priority rather than vanishing into spending. This maintains the discipline you've built while avoiding the finish line spending spree that erases progress. I've emphasized that mathematics matters less than behavior for successful debt elimination. This remains true. However, some people find mathematical understanding motivating. If you're among them, here are the relevant numbers. The debt snowball costs you more interest than the debt avalanche method. Research published in the Southern Economic Journal quantified this difference. For typical households with 3 debts, Avalanche method lowers interest costs by approximately 1.3% compared to Snowball. For our $11,000 example with typical interest rates, this translates to perhaps $150 to $200 extra interest paid using Snowball versus Avalanche over the payoff period. Mathematically suboptimal. Yes, but remember Northwestern's research. People complete Snowball methods while abandoning Avalanche approaches. Paying $200 extra interest to actually complete debt elimination beats paying 0 extra interest while maintaining debt for decades. Compound interest works against you while carrying debt. Credit card debt at 18% annual percentage rate compounds monthly. This means interest charges generate their own interest charges. A $5,000 balance left untouched grows to over $7,000 in just 5 years through compounding alone. But compound interest reverses when you accelerate payments. Each dollar paid beyond minimums eliminates principal that would have generated interest. Research shows that doubling your payment on credit cards can reduce payoff time by 70% or more. The Lazy Snowball harnesses this mathematics automatically. Your automated extra payments eliminate principal continuously. As balances shrink, interest charges shrink proportionally. The snowball effect, rolling previous payments into next debts, amplifies this acceleration geometrically. Research shows people over 50 face distinct financial challenges and advantages regarding debt elimination. The Lazy Snowball addresses these specifically. Challenge 1. Competing financial priorities. People in their 50s and 60s simultaneously face debt obligations, retirement saving needs, healthcare costs, and often financial assistance to adult children. Traditional debt elimination advice says, ignore everything else until debt is gone. This proves unrealistic when retirement looms 15 years away. The Lazy Snowball accommodates competing priorities through automation. You establish automated debt payments at sustainable levels, establish automated retirement contributions at sustainable levels, and let both proceed simultaneously. You don't choose between debt elimination and retirement saving. You automate both at reduced levels and let time work. Challenge 2. Reduced earning years remaining. People at 50 have fewer years remaining for income growth compared to 30-year-olds. If debt elimination requires extreme deprivation for extended periods, the sacrificed quality of life weighs heavier. The Lazy Snowball emphasizes sustainable rather than extreme approaches. You automate modest extra payments that don't dramatically reduce lifestyle quality. Progress occurs steadily without the burnout that extreme sacrifice creates. Challenge 3. Fixed or declining income. Many people over 50 face income stagnation or reduction as careers plateau or transition toward retirement. This makes aggressive manual debt reduction difficult. You can't consistently increase payments when income isn't increasing. The Lazy Snowball solves this through automation and snowball mechanics. You don't increase total monthly outflow significantly. Instead, as debts close, you maintain the same total payment amount while redirecting it among fewer debts. Total outflow stays constant while acceleration occurs through concentration. Advantage 1. Established financial discipline. People over 50 typically possess stronger impulse control than younger people. Research on aging shows that emotional regulation and long-term thinking improve with age. This makes automation setup more successful. You're more likely to establish systems correctly and maintain them without impulsive disruption. Advantage 2. Stable life circumstances. People over 50 typically have more stable living situations, relationships, and employment than younger people. This stability allows automation to function smoothly over years without constant reconfiguration due to life changes. Advantage 3. Motivation from time horizons. People approaching retirement possess clear motivation for eliminating debt before income reduces. This finish line creates urgency that supports sustained commitment to automated systems. The Lazy Snowball leverages these advantages while mitigating the challenges. It operates within constraints of limited time and competing priorities while utilizing strengths of discipline and stable circumstances. Debt elimination represents a beginning rather than an ending. What happens after your final payment? The discipline you've built through the Lazy Snowball transfers directly to wealth building. Researchers studying financial behavior found that people who successfully eliminate debt using systematic methods typically continue those methods for wealth accumulation. Once debt disappears, your automated payments don't. You redirect them. The $425 monthly, that eliminated debt now flows automatically into retirement accounts, taxable investment accounts, or high-yield savings. This continuation is critical. Research consistently shows that income raises and expense reductions rarely translate into savings without intentional allocation. People naturally expand spending to consume available income. Economists call this the hedonic treadmill. You continuously adjust lifestyle upward as resources increase, never feeling financially ahead. Maintained automation breaks this cycle. The money that once served as debt becomes unavailable for spending because automation captures it immediately. Your lifestyle remains stable while wealth accumulates steadily. Consider our $11,000 debt example again. After 43 months, debt disappears. $425 monthly becomes available. If you maintain automated transfers of this amount into investment accounts earning modest returns, you'll accumulate approximately $30,000 within 5 years post-debt elimination. Continue another 5 years and you'll exceed $70,000. That's $70,000 in wealth built with the same $425 monthly that previously served as debt. No lifestyle reduction required. No additional willpower needed. Just continued automation redirected toward assets rather than debt elimination. This transformation from debt elimination to wealth building represents the ultimate goal. Debt elimination creates breathing room. Wealth building creates security. The Lazy Snowball methodology handles both phases automatically. You now understand why traditional debt elimination advice fails and how automation changes the game completely. The Lazy Snowball removes the sustained willpower and ongoing decision, making that derail most debt elimination attempts. Research clearly demonstrates that psychology beats mathematics for actual debt elimination. People who experience quick wins through small balance elimination complete their journeys. People who optimize interest calculations but lack momentum frequently abandon efforts. The Lazy Snowball provides quick wins through systematic account closure while removing ongoing decision burden through automation. You make quality decisions once during setup, then let systems handle execution for months or years. This approach particularly suits people over 50 facing multiple financial priorities and limited time horizons for income growth. It accommodates competing needs while maintaining steady progress toward debt elimination. Implementation requires perhaps 2 or 3 hours of setup work, establishing automated payments, selecting automation tools, and pre-planning payment increases for when debt's close. This small-time investment buys you 3 or 4 years of hands-off progress toward debt freedom. The alternative, manual debt tracking and payment management, requires hours monthly for years while yielding lower completion rates according to behavioral research. The choice seems clear. Begin today via Lyram Research. The choice seems clear. Begin today by listing your debts smallest to largest. Establish automated minimum payments through your bank. Calculate conservative extra payment amounts and automate those transfers. Select tracking or full automation apps matching your preference. Pre-planned payment increases for when balances close.